Hello and welcome to Startup Spotlight on the Business Day television. This is the show where we celebrate both founders and big ideas making waves in Nigeria and beyond. On each episode, we shine a light on people changing the game, the visionaries building businesses that shape the future of innovation. Today, we're talking about how creativity can grow into something powerful, how a simple sketch can become a brand that inspires and empowers women. I'm Glory Brown Odibo, and with me today is Judith Wobi. She's the founder and creative director of JJ Couture, a ready-to-wear fashion brand creating stylish pieces that help women feel comfortable, glamorous, and most importantly, confident. Judith Wobi, welcome to Startup Spotlight. It's such a pleasure to have you join me here.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So let me start by asking you, what really inspired you to start JJ Couture? You know, when I read your bio, you have like 5 years of experience in the fashion industry. What really inspired you to delve into the fashion brand?
Great, interesting. One of the things I would say, the thing that inspired me to start my brand is God. It was a divine inspiration. Like when I was still very little, I loved to stitch pieces using needle and thread, trying to make my clothes look more beautiful, trying to use my sister's clothes to do one or two things, cut some pieces and join them with needle and thread. So it's divine. It's something I do freely without, trying to think it or trying to understand it. But I just do it and it just makes so much sense. It looks very beautiful, good and nice. And so when I entered the secondary school, I found myself helping my classmates, helping them stitch their uniform, So it's something that I was born with. And when I start creating styles, I just think and it just start coming. Like, I don't have to think about it so much. It just comes. It flows freely. So I would say it's divine inspiration that made me to start my brand. So before JJ Couture became what it is today, I started with just a needle and thread.
Starting with just needle and thread, divine intervention, and also I see passion in there. You started from doing these things with just needle, thread, doing it for people you love. And I know there are a lot of people how they have some misconception about starting a fashion label from the scratch. What do you think are some of these misconceptions that people have, like when you're ready to start a fashion brand from scratch? There are a lot of different opinions about it out there.
Okay, thank you for that question. One of the misconceptions that people have before starting or while starting a fashion brand is that they need to have millions or thousands in their accounts before they start. It doesn't need too much money or too much capital. Just get the little money you have, start small, create 1 or 2 pieces, post them. Now, social media it's very easy. You get to post your designs on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. People get to see your design from everywhere or anywhere in the world, and they place their orders and you get sold out. But then when you keep waiting that, okay, I need millions, you're not going to start. And it will be difficult. But when you start, the little you have, create 1 piece, post it, you make sales, and then you use that money, buy more fabrics, and then make more sales, make more outfits, and post. Another misconception that people have is that they need thousands of followers before they start posting on social media. But I want people to understand that it's not about the followers. There are lots of people that have 1,000 followers or 10,000 followers, but they don't make sales. So it depends on what you're saying to the little followers you have, the story you're telling them, how you started. You don't need to have a lot of followers. With the little 500 followers or 200 followers you can start and then start growing from there. When I started, I didn't even start with social media. I just advertise around my neighborhood, tell family and friends. And then before I now, came online and started posting, and then I started getting orders and sending off.
So talking about startups right now, from the first question I asked you, you talked about having passion and having God's divine intervention when you're about starting your brand. Can a fashion startup do this thing without having a proper educational design? Can passion and vision alone sustain a startup going into the fashion brand currently right now?
This is an interesting question. Now, I would say for me that formal design education is important. But even if you don't have a formal design education, you can still scale your fashion brand. Now, for my viewers, I also want you to know what formal education is. When you say formal design education, it means going to learn under someone, registering in a fashion school, Then informal is going to YouTube, going to Facebook, get to learn, from videos people has posted, Now, it takes so much to build and sustain a fashion brand.
Focus on me.
It takes so much to build and sustain a fashion brand. Now, when you start your fashion brand, you need to know that the business side of this fashion is very important. The branding, the marketing, you need to know that you need to be consistent. You need to understand what you want and what your audience wants. Know all of these things. Learn about the business, the costing strategy, the advertisement strategy. All of these things makes up building and sustaining a fashion brand aside formal design education.
Still on startups, when going into something newly, there are a lot of challenges definitely you're going to expect. What are the challenges you can give to startups out there in the first year of starting the fashion brand, and how can they overcome them? I know that when you're starting out, there are a lot of mistakes, there are a lot of challenges, and you were able to overcome them in your own way, right? So what are the challenges that you can talk about in the first year, and how can startups who are looking forward to going to the fashion brand overcome these challenges?
One of the challenges that startups face is that they create so many outfits in a collection. Like when you want to start creating your collections, they design so many outfits, like 10, 15. No, when you're starting, you need to come up with like 4 to 5 styles, post them, and get to see the feedback from your audience. And then you get to know if you create more of those collections, or which style got sold out quickly, which style got loved by customers, which style is making waves, and then you get to create those styles. But when you create collection without thinking about these things, you just go ahead and create 10, 15 styles, and it's just going to be on the rack. So you need to think about it, create mood boards, you need to draft it, like post to your enclosed group to see what your customers really like, to see if they like this fabric, if they like this design, before you go ahead to create. When I started my fashion brand, I created just 4 pieces of each design.
Wow.
Yes, I did just few sizes. Now, I understand that lots of customers who are from sizes 12 to 16 or 18 love to buy clothes than the customers who are on the small side, like size 4, size 6, size 8. They rarely buy clothes. They do wear, but it's very rare for them to buy. So I just created one each of each size, just 4 pieces. And then when creating them and posting, I said they were limited pieces. So this made it to sell out fast, because people would love something that is just few pieces, limited. It feels I'm the only one wearing it. It's unique, and you barely see other people wearing that same style. So just create few outfits in a particular style, few designs in a particular collection, post them. When you sell off those, you can, and you get more orders, you can always create more. Yeah.
After overcoming the challenges, let's talk about the building blocks. What are the essential building blocks that a fashion brand can turn into a sustainable business? Because you're starting out, you don't have plans on how you can sustain. I don't know how you're going to do about it. So what do you think are the essential building blocks that a fashion brand can turn into a sustainable business?
That's an interesting question. Now, the building blocks. One, I would say is consistency. Two, quality. Three, marketing strategy. Now I will explain. When you talk about creating or producing pieces, you need to be sure that you'll be consistent. You don't just create a collection, post it, and then you relax. Now, you might not sell off all the pieces in a particular collection, but that doesn't mean you should relax. You need to create more collection. Let people continue to see what you can do, what you can create, what you are made of. When I created my first collection, I sold some pieces, but few were left. I created the next one and then another one. In my third collection, that was when I finished selling the first collection. So you see, once you start creating a lot of collections, people are already having that, is building up in their mind that, okay, I love this, I've seen this. And lots of people would love to buy 5 different styles or 10 different styles at a go. So they would want to see more. Let me see what else she's creating. They'll be eager, so you need to be consistent, continue creating collections, continue posting, be in the mind of your audience. Secondly, quality. Quality is very important.
Can you say that again?
One thing I love about our brand is that we go for quality, no matter what it takes. There are different types of outfits or fabrics out there, but you need to go for the best. If you want to remain in the business, if you want to go far, if you want to win in the fashion industry, you need to make sure you're using the quality fabrics. All our outfits are made with quality fabrics, nothing less. If we happen to get any fabric that is less, we are going to trash it into the bin, because that is what we are known for. Then thirdly, marketing strategy. You need to have a strong marketing strategy, a very strong one now, because the way it's going, social media has taken over and you need to be out there marketing in all your social media channels so that both local and international clients can see, buy from you, and then you make sales. So you need to develop a strategy. What am I going to do this week? How much will I put into advertisement? How much will I put into branding? How much will I put into, in different phases or different sections of the business so as to grow? When I posted my first collection, after 1 month, I continued posting on Instagram, and a client from US found me and contacted me. She ordered for outfits, 40 pieces of our outfits at a go. She saw me, I consistently kept posting. So when she ordered for that outfit, you need to see the joy in my heart, because it was as if I was just paid in millions, or in trillions, will I say that, because I was posting consistently. Then she got to know that, okay, this person is serious, this person knows what she's doing. She ordered, she wasn't scared, she didn't even say okay, hope you will deliver, or she already built, there was already a trust because of how I have been able to be consistent. So when she ordered, she got her pieces, she was happy. There and then she ordered for another 40. So between January and June, I delivered up to 65 pieces of outfits to her. And I don't know this person from anywhere. She just met me on Instagram. So you need to have a marketing strategy that would bring more people in, get you to be in the faces of people who would want what you're selling, and then make sure you sell out. In that way, your brand will be sustainable.
Thank you so much, Judith Wobi. Let's quickly go on a quick break. When we'll come back, it's still the Startup Spotlight. Stay with us. Welcome right back to Startup Spotlight here on BDTV. If you're just joining us, we'll be talking about how a sketch can turn into something powerful as to empower women. And we've been speaking with Judith Wobi, the creative director of JJ Couture, that makes stylish pieces to make women feel comfortable and confident. Back to the question I asked you before we went on a quick break. You made mention of quality. And right now, quality is, can I say, a little bit expensive. How can a startup right now strike a balance between quality, creativity, and profitability in this fashion industry?
Now, this is a very nice question. For you to be able to strike a balance between creativity and profitability in the fashion industry, you need to focus on creating pieces your customers like. Because you don't just wake up and start design because you know how to design or because you're creative. What do my customers like? What will my target audience buy? What would they use daily? Where would they wear this to? So it's not about you being creative. You need to also think of the profit. And there are some fashion entrepreneurs that focus so much on the creativity that they don't think of the profits. And there are some that think of what are they going to make out of this, and they forgot to be creative in creating their own pieces. So when creating a collection, you should think of what people wear out. Like, for instance, our brand, we make our signature piece is two-piece outfit. That's our signature piece, just like what you see me putting on. I'm wearing a pants and a shirt, and this is Achalugo outfit. If you look closely about what is written on the shirt, you see Achalugo written boldly. We also have the one for Odogo. So it is more or less like sustainability, versatility, what you can wear out. What I'm wearing, I can wear it to a business meeting. I can wear it to church. I can wear it to an evening outing. I can interswitch, use the pants and wear something else as a shirt, or use the shirt and wear something else as the pants. Now, this is creativity and profitability added together. So I'm being creative with the fabrics, and then the style is versatile. Now, if you decide to create all these like big styles, you think about it, where will they wear this outfit to? I know a lot of designers just love to create pieces that will make them know that make people know that they are creative, they are being creative, It's good, but as you're creating a creative outfit, you need to also create something that will bring in profit or something that will be versatile. Now, I attended a program where I met one Mr. Debayo Thomas. He's a guru in the fashion industry, and he said something. He said you need to have a cash cow. I'll explain. A cash cow is like an outfit sell out really quickly. If you know a two-piece sell out quickly, you need to keep creating them in different fabrics, different styles, so that your customers can keep buying them and you keep making profits. So while you're creating the ones that you put all your creativity into, you need to also create the ones that you would sell out quickly and make profits from it.
Let's talk about your brand for a little bit before we move on to the next question. So what really makes JJ Couture stand out in this crowded fashion market currently? What are your unique traits that makes you stand out?
Okay. For JJ Couture to stand out, like we are already doing that, first, quality. Secondly, JJ Couture is a powerful brand. And thirdly, JJ Couture creates outfits that make women stand out. Now, the quality. When we are making our outfits, we don't just make outfits because we just want to be out there or quickly bring out something. We take our time, get to different suppliers, what do they have, feel it, touch it, make sure they are of good quality. Something you could wear and then pass to your younger ones, your daughters, not something you could wear once or twice and then, So we create outfits that has good quality, something that doesn't get worn out or tear with time. Secondly, we make women feel more powerful. Women deserve to be seen. They deserve to feel confident. They deserve to feel good about themselves whenever they wear a particular outfit. Now, we don't just create clothes because we want to make dresses. We create power. We create things that we create outfits that when someone puts it on, or when a lady wears it and walks into a particular setting, they get stared at. They look good. They look powerful. They feel energetic. Like I don't know how to explain it, but if you are feeling the way I'm feeling, you would know that it's JJ Couture. Any lady you see looking good, powerful, and confident, you would recognize our pieces in them.
Thank you so much. What are some of the mistakes you made when starting out? Starting the business feels like you taking a step without knowing what the next step holds for you. What are some of the mistakes you made when starting out your fashion brand, and how can someone looking forward to start avoid those mistakes? Top 2 mistakes.
Okay, one of the mistakes I did when starting my fashion brand is not getting a mentor in time. Now, getting a mentor will save you a lot of headaches and troubles. So when I created the first collection in 2024, early 2024, I didn't have a mentor. I created those, I posted, I got sales, but not like I would have loved to. And at the ending of 2024, I got a mentor by name Mrs. Uwem. She's the CEO of April Couture. If you're seeing this, ma'am, I love you. So this woman has shaped me. She has taught me. She has given me a shoulder. I could literally go to her for anything and she'll be there. She's always there to assist. So when I got this mentor, she was able to give me guidance, tell me what to do, what not to do, what to stop doing. And then I put that into practice and my profits skyrocketed. So getting a mentor is very important. Before you start your business, before you do anything, you need to get a mentor. Aside hearing from God, you need to get a mentor. Because it's also very important to pray about it, to be sure that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I need to go into. So when you get that divine answer, get a mentor, tell her what you want to do, what exactly what you want your brand to stand for, what's the kind of outfits you want to create. And you don't just go to any mentor. Look at what she has been doing. Look at the kind of pieces she creates. Is it the kind of things you want to create? Is it the kind of outfits you want to make for your brand? Is it the kind of people you want to serve? And then go to the person, meet with the person, talk it out. And then, God willing, she decides to mentor you and mentors you well. You'll definitely make headway in this fashion industry.
That's nice tips right there. Well, let's talk about the advice you can give to someone who has a talent. There are people who have talent to do this fashion brand stuff, but they are really scared to take the leap, to take the first start. What advice would you give to someone who has the talent to do this, but they are scared to take the first step? Maybe because they have too many reasons why it's not going to work. What advice would you give to someone out there right now?
Interesting. Now, one of the advice I will give to someone, and this is not just for a fashion startup, for anyone, makeup, catering, event planner, whatever you want to do, this is for you. You need to start. You need to start. You figure it out as you go. You don't just sit and keep waiting. I will start tomorrow. I will start next tomorrow. Start with what you have, where you are, and then you keep growing. When I started my fashion brand, when I even released the collection this year, January 2025, I was afraid.
Really?
I was scared. There is nobody in this world that have done great things. I wasn't scared before doing those things, but they went ahead to do it. They did it afraid. I read a book by J.S. Meyer.
Do It Afraid.
Do
right?
It Afraid.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
I read the book as well.
That was one of the books that helped me.
I agree with you.
Oh, I was literally shaking. I've gotten the fabrics, I've engaged my tailors, I've drafted the designs, but I was scared. I woke up one morning, wrote on a piece and write, Judith, it's okay to do it afraid. And I pasted it on the walls around my room, on different places. When I wake up, I'm looking at it. When I turn, I'm looking at it. When I turn, I look at it. Sometimes I just sit down and then say it 10 times. Judith, it's okay to do it afraid, continuously. And then the boldness came up. And then after reading the book, I got this courage. And then I went ahead to do it. And look at where I am today. So if you're watching this, please, I would love you to start. Start with what you have, where you are. It's okay to do it afraid. It's very okay. And your creativity is a seed. I need you to see it as a seed. When you see it as a seed, you know that this is something you need to grow. So you need to grow this seed. So you need to start. Because when you start, you inspire others, you motivate others, people will look up to you, and then people will come to you to assist them too. And then you remember, oh, I was once like this person. So please start, and God will guide you.
I want to say a very big thank you, Judith Wobi, for sharing such a valuable insight on Startup Spotlight here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate this. It's a privilege to be here, to share my journey with you and to everyone. And thank you so much to you and to Business Day.
Thank you. And that brings us to the close of another inspiring edition of Startup Spotlight. Today we delved into the incredible story of how a simple sketch can evolve into a brand that inspires and empowers women. Thank you so much. My name is Glory Brown, and it's been a pleasure having you. Remember, your startup story could be the next spotlight. Until next time, keep watching Business Day Television.